Studios. We have a show for you tonight.
Tonight.
Whenever this gets released or whenever you listen to it. Yeah, this is the show where dreams come true, where anything's possible.
You know what? I have a question.
What's up?
You ever been to a circus?
Yeah.
Wait, do you like circus? Circus is...
Do you like circus? Hey, bro.
You like clowns?
Do you circus, bro?
Do you ever have that with the English language when you just fuck up a word and you're like, why did I fuck that up? It's like, and then you question yourself, especially when you're around like non-English people who like feel they're better than you.
Is that how you're supposed to say that? And you're like, shit, I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It like questions your whole being. Is it circus? Is it circuses? Is it circi? What is the meaning of life?
It's probably circuses, I reckon. Circi? I don't think I've ever heard. I mean, there's more than one circus in town. Like, how often does that happen?
I believe it's circus, but I haven't been to the circus since I was a child. And that was it was kind of a strange thing always. Was it Silver's Circus? I think that was the one they had in it's just like a classic. You know, they had clowns and they had smelly animals. Fuck me,
Sean
man.
remembers that specifically. The animals were smelly. I remember that.
Yeah. They stunk like shit, and they looked like shit. They didn't look
like
very
shit.
happy, and yeah, I don't know. I think my sister was afraid of the clowns, and she had to like leave. And,
Yeah.
Whatever. What makes you bring up circuses?
I don't know. It just
I've
popped
got
into
free
my head.
tickets.
It's just like
Popped
one of
in.
those like momentary things where I was like, circus.
Circus delay. Circus.
You know what?
Is
I actually
gay.
wouldn't.
It's French for circus is gay.
Ah.
Did you know that? That's a fact. Like I was gonna say before, anything is possible here.
I want to say I've
Dreams
been to a
can come true.
circus, but circuses or circi. Circais are so weird that I felt like I had a dream, and the dream seemed real, just because it was so odd. That now I don't know if I've been to a circi or I've been to a circus.
Jesus
Stop
Christ.
saying circi.
Trying to make it a thing.
But that's the whole appeal of it, isn't it? It's like you go inside the tent and you're transformed into a different reality where people run around with makeup and do all sorts of tricks and whatnot. Isn't that the whole,
That's how they made Narnia, I guess.
Yeah. Step inside the wardrobe and there's a fucking...
Circi.
Aren't circuses like frowned upon these days? You know, unless they're artsy ones like Circus Delay.
I think ones with animals are.
Yeah, like you don't really see lion tamers anymore.
That's
No.
true. Yeah.
You can see them in some videos on Live Leak where the lion just doesn't take any shit anymore.
No, I could not care less.
It's always in some real, like, dodgy kind of circus thing, and the people that are standing on the sidelines, like, to protect this lion tamer in the off chance that the lion just fucking snaps, and all they've got, every one I've seen, all the people come out with is like a broom to try and stop this. So you got one guy getting mauled, and like three guys around him with a stick and fucking whatever else they can find to try and
It's for
take down.
It's for insurance purposes.
Yeah.
When the investigation begins. So, what did you do? I tried to stop the lion with a broom.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? The guy that got attacked by a what was it? Like in Colorado?
Oh, the mountain lion.
Mountain lion.
That's crazy.
What do they
You know
call
what's
them?
that?
Is that like a lynx or?
I think it looks like a lynx to me.
It was
Right.
a young cub, and it attacked this like solo hiker guy. I don't know. He was just having a hike by himself, as you do in Colorado. Fucking hell, man! Sounds like they got some real great wildlife out there, and he just so happened to cross paths with it, and he stared it off, and then it came at him, and he
Did it
like
get him?
yeah, like tackled him, and they like rolled around, wrestled on the ground, and then
No.
and then he managed to like, I think with his foot or with his arm, he managed to like get it in a headlock or something, and like he just like suffocated it to death.
Oh,
He
really?
killed it, yeah, and he got away. So he's like, yeah, I really don't feel like a hero. I feel like awful
Yeah.
about it. You know,
Imagine that scenario. You
it's
feel-
like that movie, the with Leo. You know, the Reverend.
Reverend. Ah, with
Right,
the
where you
bear.
with the bear.
Yeah.
That's what he said. It was. They were referring to that movie. It's pretty funny. That's it. I don't know if you've seen that film, but that's a
I've seen
fucking
the film.
intense moment.
Intense scene. Yeah. It's very intense.
It's like
called?
5 minutes
The
of
Revenant.
Leonardo DiCaprio fighting a bear. Like just absolutely fighting.
Sounds like
for
a
his life.
movie I want to see.
It's actually fantastic. I will definitely recommend that.
And the end of that film, there's like a massive, like half an hour.
Tribal war, right?
No, it's just Leo versus one guy, and they just like fight it out for half an hour, and they're like struggling up this river, and they're like beating each other up, and I can't even remember.
I don't remember the end of the movie. I just remember the bear scene for sure.
I remember the bear scene, but I also remember the fight scene at the end. I was like, this is one of the most epic fight scenes I've ever seen. It's just a struggle town, you know?
So
Anyway.
why is he just getting in fights with everyone?
When was
A
it set?
bear and
Set
then
back in like the Civil War days? I
Yeah,
think?
it's pretty old. It was like the Indians and
You should just fucking watch it.
just
bro,
watch the
man.
movie, man.
Come
so
on,
let's do that.
You've got nothing better to do. What are you doing after this podcast?
I don't know.
That's what I fucking thought, count.
Are we going to watch more of a...
Giving the old wankaroo.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Go visit Mrs. Palmer and her 5 daughters.
Yeah. No, I've got something
If you
really
know what I mean.
productive to do when I get home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shit, man. So Lambert was in Paris just recently. I don't want to ooh la la. Oh, I don't want to brag, but you know, this is a European podcast, you know, and that's just the kind of players that we are.
Yeah.
Jet setting around big ass cities.
Exactly.
No, it wasn't like that at all, was it?
Flight was cheap. It was to work.
Yeah.
It was good, except people trying to rob you. That's a bit fucked up. You don't expect that from Paris, or maybe you do.
Yeah, well,
Not
yes.
as a tourist. It's not like there's like a warning. You know, you go to TripAdvisor. It's like you may get robbed in Paris. No,
Crazy.
4
none of
stars.
that. Imagine TripAdvisor warned you of all the shit that could go down in the country that you're going to.
That would have helped before I went to South Africa.
But would it have
Just
stopped
saying.
you?
Really, before I went there, I thought that country was like, it's on the rise. It's one of the good African countries. You know, they've gone.
Bread basket of
They've
Africa.
gone through their shit. You know, Nelson Mandela changed all that shit.
Nope.
No, man. Still totally fucked. Wouldn't wish it on any of my enemies to go there, you know. And for all the South Africans, the white South Africans listening to this podcast right now, do yourself a favor. Get yourself a plane ticket, go to another Western country, and just let the blacks have it, you know? As we
Cancel the
say.
invasion.
This one's, we lost it, all right. Yeah.
Yeah. That relationship is over, guys.
Yeah.
It ended 20 years ago. Let it go. Get the fuck out. Move out, cunts.
Yeah. You're still living there
Yeah,
in like
still
the
living
spare
there with
room.
divorce.
Mind if I just eat all your food and I'll still be sleeping here and whatnot.
I'm not going to forget about that whole apartheid thing that you did to me.
Baby, that was years ago.
That was years ago. Come on. I've changed.
I'll give you... Your rent's coming, I swear.
Oh god. Listen to the man. Get the fuck out. There is no upside.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah,
What are we
shit,
talking
man.
about again?
We were talking about Lambert
Yeah.
going to Paris and
Oh, yeah.
how it's
Went
dangerous.
straight to South Africa.
Yeah.
South
It
Africa.
was-
South Africa.
The second.
Yeah, South Africa, yeah. I'm
It was a bit of a shit
terrible
show.
at doing a South African accent.
The best part about the
I just know
trip
they
was the
say
weather. A.
Just kind of like you guys, Canadians.
Yeah, I feel
A little
like
bit.
I don't know what the South African
Also,
accent is.
Queenslanders do that as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Hey.
There's a lot of A.
Oh, it's hot, eh?
I feel like everyone does a little bit of an A. Just a little bit. Some more than others.
You know what the
That's
British do instead?
What do
You know
they
what I
say?
mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like I should just respond, no, I don't know what you mean.
Just say it.
Just to fuck with them.
You're
It's like-
scum, mate. You're fucking scum. You know what I mean?
No.
No.
Like,
Speak English, man.
I feel like you could start a fight just by saying no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No. Fuck you.
Man, you missed it when Brody. I mean, when you were away in Paris,
Yeah.
we had a new discovery. A very, very good one. You're gonna like this.
All right.
We were talking about Lego,
Okay.
and Brody knows where this is going already.
Of course I do.
All right. And Brody pronounces it Laygo.
That's what it is. Lego.
He calls it Laygo.
Oh, Brody.
Right, but so I was like, wait, this can't just be Brody. You know, he's fucked it up somehow. And then he's like, no, it's Lego. I'm like, in not South Africa, South Australia, where Brody's from, everyone says Lego.
Lego.
And apparently, it's because when Lego got first distributed across Australia,
Yeah.
it was this Danish thing, and no one knew how to pronounce it, so they're just like, oh, Lego, and then no one corrected them.
Oh my
So
god.
the whole state just continued to
Saying
say it, and they
Lego.
still say it till this day.
Lego.
And everywhere else says Lego.
It's Lego.
See,
Like French / Danish,
No, it's-
you know?
it's Danish and it's Lego.
Brody, it's Lego.
Lego.
Yeah, Lego.
And then you got the Americans
French
saying,
for the go.
oh, maybe you guys say it as well, but Legos, like the plural.
It's just Lego.
Or do you say Lego?
Oh, that's difficult.
Because the Americans say Legos.
Yeah, if you have more than one, it's Legos.
Yeah. Which you always have more than one. When do you have one
Imagine you just
Lego
have
block?
one Lego block.
But I was talking with Jake at work, and he was saying, no, the plural is Lego blocks.
Oh.
One Lego block, two Lego blocks.
blocks.
Lego is always one. Sheep.
Yeah.
One sheep, two sheep.
One fish, two fish.
You're fucking right, cunt.
Oh, fuck.
Also, Lego is it's not the name of the a piece.
It's the name of the company.
It's the name of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
The whole concept is Lego.
Yeah,
So it's not
makes
Legos.
sense. See, now we need like a language police that we could just call up.
I fucking am the language police. I'm the outlaw sheriff. I run the show here.
So if you had a big box of Lego, or would you say a big box of Legos? Or a
Fucking-
big
I wouldn't
box
say
of Lego
either, you dumb
blocks?
cunt. Fucking,
So I would
it's
say
not
I got a
Lego.
box of Lego. But if I said like these are, I need 2 more Lego blocks, I would never say 2 more Lego or 2 more Legos or something like that. Like, oh, can you give me 2 of the big Lego?
What do you call the retard Lego? Duplo.
Yeah, it was Duplo, I think.
I was really hoping you'd call it something else. Oh, you mean Shaz was it?
I'm pretty sure it's Duplo. It's like your beginner Lego.
Once again, Birdie, letting me down. Yeah. So
on,
anyway,
Birdie.
you missed that.
Adelaide,
That was
it's just a product of my upbringing.
It's a very unique culture that's happening down there in Adelaide. A real happening.
They're
hustle
secluded
and
from the
bustle.
world.
It is. I told you, it's the Paris of the South.
It's the Paris is a fucking shithole, mate.
It's Paris by the
With the nice
south.
bits.
The nice bits.
And by that I mean they're gonna fucking rob you.
Great wine, possibly great cheese.
Grape wine, grape cheese.
Yeah.
I figure
They
there's
make wine.
great wine
Man,
everywhere.
You get great wine and great cheese everywhere.
Yeah.
Man. Anywhere where there's like civilization.
Exactly. It's not like 1608 when
Yeah,
like
man.
whoever discovered cheese.
One of the most expensive wines comes
Yeah.
from.
You don't have
South
to go to
Australia.
Italy to get a fucking pizza, man.
See?
We did have some good pizza tonight.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Possibly halal salami on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Not
it's
gonna
like
lie.
a hardcore Turkish place.
I'm
But I
so
saw in
craving
their
that.
fire oven it said like
Fire oven. Oh my god, dude,
what?
that's legitimate.
Yeah, man. That's why I went the extra walk.
Oh my god.
Got the pizzas. I thought that's a good thing. Get
Yeah,
outside for
yeah.
a little bit, get some fresh air.
And I ate the pizza like 20 minutes after, so you know it was great.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
a pizza tastes good after 20 minutes,
like once it cools down and it's still
Yeah.
good, yeah, that's some
that's
good
a
shit.
bomb ass pizza.
And yeah, it's halal, so I think the salami is.
We're going to heaven, boys.
Yeah.
We're
Gonna
going
get me
to
some
heaven.
fucking virgin.
Yeah, buddy.
Do they have to kill a turkey halal? Is there a halal way of killing a turkey?
You gotta halal kill everything, mate. You gotta.
What
pray.
is halal, first of all?
Basically,
It is the way of
They,
killing,
they
right?
just kill the animal like by chopping its head off in one go or some shit.
and they pray on it too. I believe.
Yeah, like they have a ritual
Yeah.
of killing the animal or slaughtering the animal.
Yeah.
And I think they actually, oh fuck, I forget where it was in Europe, but somewhere they just banned halal killings for, I don't know, livestock or whatever, because it doesn't. I know people are arguing that it's not humane because the animal,
Suffers.
yeah, so it's not by EU standards or some shit, you know. And all these Muslims are getting super pissed off, just like, fucking, we've been doing this for thousands of years, just let us fucking chop their heads off.
How to get
All about fucking
It always comes down to chopping their heads off.
how to get your town bombed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget where it was, but
It sounds like France.
it sounds French, doesn't it? It's got a
the French.
gotta-
It seems like the French would do something like that.
It's a very,
It's got very
antagonistic
French
thing.
undertones
Yeah,
there.
just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Maybe
you.
even the Netherlands. You know, you never know.
I felt like I heard like a bonjour in your tone of voice there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enchanté. No Muslims.
I remember there was a little controversy some time ago because Vegemite put on their packaging like halal. This is halal approved, and there was like some big, well, not big, but it was like these people were complaining like, oh, why are we pandering to Islam and whatnot? But I think it was like, there's actually no animal products or anything in Vegemite. They just put it on there so that Muslims
sales.
know that it's halal, like, because
Yeah.
there's a little like halal approved symbol. It's like, yeah, well, we'll just put it on there so they know.
happens to be halal,
Yeah,
but it
exactly.
doesn't mean
Yeah, they did anything
It's
extra.
like
That's
this
just-
olive
that's
oil
just
is halal.
fucking-
It's like, yeah, well, you didn't kill any.
You see, I reckon half the world's problem could be solved by people minding their own fucking business.
yeah,
Just because
totes.
people just get involved in shit that they don't need to, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, man.
now that you say that, I have a problem with it.
Don't fuck with my Vegemite, cunt. All right.
I don't need no extra words.
yeah,
It's too much to read.
yeah.
Goddamn. Oh man.
Now Vegemite. BLT. Vegemite. BLT.
See, I'm not a fan
I'll take a bite.
BLT or Vegemite?
of Vegemite. Oh, BLTs are.
What was it? It's a
flavor of
carbohydrate load.
Yeah, it's a carbo
BLT.
load.
Give me a sausage roll. That's what we're singing. all
Was that
weekend.
Saturday or Sunday?
I don't know. All weekend. It's like
We were,
BLT. Oi, oi.
it was an all Aussie. It was an all Aussie weekend.
Actually,
It's Vegemite.
BLT.
I'll take a bite.
BLT. It's a carbo load.
Give me a sausage roll.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ding.
we gotta,
Very productive weekend.
We have good times. We have good times.
we gotta trademark this song just in case, it's gonna be your first.
All
It's
about.
like a Weird Al Yankovic style group. Where
Oh
we
yeah,
just-
I see that. I can see that.
Do you remember the? I mean, you won't know it, Lambert. Well, I'll be surprised if you do. But
Alright.
Brody should know it. But Was it I'm a bloke, I'm a yobbo, and my best
Billy's name is Robbo. I'm
watching
a
footy on
TV.
TV. Just feed me more VB.
We were trying to work out the next verse of that one weekend, I think.
Something, I'm an old girl. I don't know. But yeah, it's just like
It's, Chris Franklin, and it was
I'm a bloke, I'm a yobbo, and it was. Oh, I think it's just called I'm a bloke.
Is that an old Aussie?
yeah. It's,
No, but it's a rip off of Alanis Morissette.
Really?
I'm a son of all I can think of is
It's
I know what you're talking about.
You know the one.
Bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a
I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. You'll never complain, or I don't know, something like that.
sucking dicks.
But I don't think it was
on TV.
Alanis Morissette, was it? It was someone else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Alanis Morissette.
Really?
Um,
Damn, we don't have a fact checker.
No fact checking.
Don't have a- don't have a grammar Nazi,
I'm not
bet
even
you-
connected to the Wi-Fi, motherfucker.
That's
I'm
how
offline.
disconnected we are.
Disconnected from
I bet
the
you
world.
thought we were gonna fact check that, right?
Exactly.
We're
Right.
Psych.
off the grid.
Exactly. Right now for us, it's 1993.
It's about when that
Oh,
song
that's
came.
I've decked out my entire apartment. It's all with 1993 memorabilia. Yeah, Nevermind just came out, or did it?
2 years ago.
Yeah, just came out, and just like I
Well,
said,
it's like a year before he killed himself. I mean, he didn't. He hasn't killed himself yet.
Thank you, Brody. Thank you, Brody.
yeah.
Just that I should.
What did I
let you
say
know.
about fact checks, Brady? It's still a fact check.
Now they know we're from the future.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Anyway,
But why did you need to know about Chris Franklin's bloke?
because that's kind of what we were doing. We were doing
yeah,
Yobo versions of
It's
songs.
it's Aussie Bogan version of every.
Yeah, it's Weird Al Yankovic.
We just try and
Bogan
put in
style.
yeah nah into every song. It does fit quite well.
What
I think
does?
so.
Yeah nah. It just,
Yeah, no, it does.
Just randomly place them there.
It's like what's that? Da 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 na 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 na. Yeah, nah.
The best
Here
one
comes
was
the hot
the,
step. Yeah, nah, yeah, nah. It's a lyrical gangster. Yeah, nah, yeah, nah. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Yeah, nah, yeah, nah. Still I like it like that. Nah, yeah, nah, yeah, nah. Yeah, nah, yeah,
That's
nah.
actually pretty
yeah,
good.
nah,
I like
yeah,
that.
nah.
I like that. I quite like that.
My favorite was the what was it? The Lion King one where it was nah yeah nah fucking what do you reckon cunt nah yeah nah yeah fucking what do you reckon cunt fucking get a dog up yeah fucking cunt. Definitely.
Really great movie.
Australian humour at its fucking best, mate.
Where do you think the Lion King took place? Like what country?
That's Africa.
Yeah.
The
But
country.
where?
I
The
think
country.
I believe it's Tanzania.
Tanzania. Oh.
Yeah. If I
Wonder if they
if
have
I know my Disney movies, which I really don't. It's just in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
You know. Were we talking about Aladdin?
Oh, that's gonna be so shit.
It's gonna be so shit, right?
Will
They're making
Smith
a
should
new
not be a genie.
live. What do
Sorry.
they call
He
it?
looks
Live
pretty
play.
Live
scary.
action.
Live action.
Yeah, he looks freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
you just
Will
put
Smith.
some blue makeup on him, and he's like, "Holy shit!"
You know what's funny? Because I actually follow him on Instagram, and the other day, he maybe it was like a month ago, but I'm gonna say the other day, he made a post saying he could have been Neo from the Matrix, but he turned the role down. Thank God
Will
he did.
Smith.
Yeah, could you imagine that? And had he been Neo, Morpheus would have been a white guy. How shit would the Matrix have been?
I'm trying to think of
You mean how shit her?
with
No.
Will Smith in it.
No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
the first
one was
The
amazing.
first one's good, but
Yeah.
the rest are they're
Money
fucking-
grab. You know
I
what I
haven't
mean?
Whatever.
seen any of the others.
Yeah, they can
Okay.
suck my dick. The other, quite frankly, the most
So Will
Anticlimactic.
Smith is Neo.
sequels.
I forgot who he said would be Morpheus, but I was like,
That was like
God.
the first DVD I owned was The Matrix.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. What
I
the
watched
fuck?
that movie like.
No, really?
Yeah.
Really?
What was yours, Birdie?
First DVD I ever owned.
Yeah.
It was either Cunning Stunts, the Metallica DVD, or Hullabaloo, the Muse DVD.
Yeah, wrong.
Yeah, both
bad.
excellent DVDs. While I was studying for my Year 12 exams, I watched both of them every single morning. I would get up,
Yeah.
I would put on either one of those two, and do my study for
Man.
Year 12. Every single day, it would be Hullabaloo and Cunning Stunts in whatever order I wanted.
Damn.
Yeah.
How insane is that? That like now we live in the future. It's not 1993. I lied to you.
With time
It's
travel.
very much 2019, as my therapist keeps trying to tell me.
Stop drinking, Sean.
Sean, you can't smoke in here.
It's 1993, babe.
I can do what I
Never
want.
mind, just came out. It was that Teen Spirit, bro.
I'm gonna need to ask you to put down that joint, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much 2009.
93, it's heroin or nothing.
Oh, God. You were saying? Sorry.
Yeah, what were you
Before we
saying?
interrupted you.
Yeah, before we went into my therapy session.
Yeah, that's for another time.
Yeah, yeah, nah.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Fucking what do you reckon, Karen?
Oh, my God. Oh, fuck.
That's the stuff.
Well, hope you guys are having as much fun as we are.
But what were you saying? Apart from yeah, nah.
Nothing important, obviously.
Yeah.
Clearly.
What's your ideal vacation spot? In the world. You can go anywhere. You have not an unlimited amount of money, but enough money to make you happy. Just for the vacation, of course. Where do you go? And what do you do?
I'd go to Italy because
Italy,
the
okay.
food. Make sure it's near the beach. Have a private fucking beach villa, and
But you have a yacht as well.
fucking throw it in. Why not?
Alright.
If money is not an option,
Your money is not an issue. You can
an
go.
option, an
Hey,
issue.
you are.
If money is not an option, then
I'm broke on a beach
Yeah.
in Italy.
I'll just get a Ryanair flight to Rome instead, and then I'll stay in an Airbnb with two other dudes.
With a puddle outside.
Yeah. I'm 30 years old. My next holiday is with two other dudes. And we're staying in a hostel.
Sean's hoping to upgrade to Economy Extra on Ryanair.
Pay for a
flying.
check bag.
Flying on the world's shittiest airline.
What do you mean a check bag's not included?
What?
Not even the hand luggage?
Our joke with Ryanair was always Ryanair, we don't care. And they'd be like, the commercial or whatever would be the plane, like, and they'd just be treating them, you know, the customers like shit. They're like, oh, can I have some water? And they're like, €3.50.
It's the worst
And-
airline ever,
yeah.
man.
And just like all this shit, and like the carts going past and bumping people, and it's just awful, and it smells. And then at the end, there's like a grandma, and they're helping her out of the plane. And as soon as she gets on the stairs, and they like push her down. And it's like, welcome to Catania. Enjoy your stay. Just pushing every single fucking
Oh,
customer,
they're so terrible.
passenger.
You're not even allowed
Ryanair, we don't care.
a fucking carry-on bag. You have to pay for that. That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Hey.
you know how they get you though is
Making you pay for carry-on.
okay, like it's a budget airline, whatever, it's gonna be shit. But what pisses me off is when a flight stays like $30 or something, and then you have to check in
49 hours.
Yeah,
before
like
your
it's
flight.
like a certain amount of 24 hours or something before your flight, and if you want to do it before that, you have to pay. So if you're catching a return flight somewhere and you don't want to, like, you might not have the internet or you don't want to print out the ticket or something, so you have to do it before the 48 hours.
Yeah, they're fucked up.
Then
like
they charge you because then they make you choose your seat.
yeah.
And then I'm like, then you end up paying like,
So dodge.
and then you end up paying like 10 euros extra, and you're like, fuckers.
It's fucking annoying.
But then you like, I could risk it, and then but then I'm gonna be on my holiday thinking, shit, I still need to get into that flight.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not time yet.
Gotta find a
Am I
printer.
near Wi-Fi? Oh, does my phone charge? Yeah. Can I do it on my phone? Am I clever enough to do that?
You're only allowed to do it on your phone if you're from the European Union. If you're outside of the EU.
That's fucking direct discrimination.
exactly.
I tell them to where to stick it, mate.
I just fly EasyJet.
I tell them where to stick it, mate.
Yeah.
Where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, all of Europe.
I just fly EasyJet.
Stick it up, yes, mate.
Blow it out your ass sideways, mate.
Screw you, asshole. That's
Sean-
the American.
What
Sean
if
will-
you, I was just gonna say, like,
Go for it.
if you had like carry on, could you like strap it to your thighs, like you're transporting drugs or something, or put a backpack on and put like an oversized jacket on, just pretend you're like a hunchback or something? Is that like the new? Running of drugs? Is like running people's
Yeah, on Ryanair.
carry on. It's like, yeah, I can take your carry on across. Like they charge you half price. It's 20 euros for a carry on, but you pay some guy to like carry on mule your stuff across for 10 euro.
Yeah, I reckon you can make a business out of it. Did you guys see in the news? Sorry for jumping around, but it just popped in my head. They got these like Brexit packages where they sell you like all these canned goods that you'll need once the Brexit goes through, and you can't get certain things from the EU anymore, and people are actually buying it.
Fuck yeah.
Stockpiling.
Bring on the
Stockpiling
fucking
this
British
shit.
apocalypse, man.
This is amazing.
This is
how
fucking-
dumb people are, man.
It's awesome.
When-
You voted for this shit, cunt. Oh my god. What's hilarious as well is you can already see how the British Empire is just slowly over time just got smaller and smaller and smaller. And they recently had a referendum in Scotland to leave the United Kingdom, and they just remained in.
Oh, barely.
Barely.
Wow.
And then Brexit happened, which Scotland was very against. Like, they voted like 90% to stay in the EU or something. And and then now
England just fucking over the rest of the kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. Just fucking over the United Kingdom. And Scotland want to have another referendum and leave and go to the EU. And then it's going to be like another Ireland, the Republic of Ireland.
Oh, a big
And then
fight.
I think even Northern Ireland is pretty pissed off with England and always has been anyway.
Yeah.
And they'll probably want to leave. And soon enough, it'll just be England left. And they're just going to be floating in the middle of the EU, surrounded by like these other fucking old, British.
It's gonna be fucking hilarious. They're literally imploding on themselves.
It's kind of fun to watch the fire burn, though, isn't
The
it?
entire thing is just
sit
completely
back
ridiculous.
and-
I read today that they're preparing these. The government's preparing these like a media campaign on what people should be doing to prepare for Brexit, like maybe stockpiling stuff and all sorts of stuff, and people were just saying like, why are we going through with something that requires the government to put out these service announcements like, hey, you probably should be like preparing yourself because this thing's gonna go fucking not so great, and yet we're still fucking barreling through with it for some reason.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious. 2 weeks, guys. Or
50
a few weeks. I don't know how many weeks.
52% voted for it, so that's
That is
roughly
ridiculous.
50% of the country is just getting fucking dragged down into this.
But it's so
absolute shit
hilarious.
show.
It's like
Yeah, but that's like, if you've been to England, as soon as you go out of the fucking, London, it's just fucking they're in their tiny little bubble worlds. They don't call themselves part of the Europe. They say when they talk about Europe, they don't include themselves.
Yeah.
Like they're separate. They've got that island culture, island syndrome or whatever they call it. The racist syndrome, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also kind of is very heavy over there. And I can say that because I'm Australian and I know racist. So
You've been to South Africa, my friend.
I've been to South Africa. I lived the racist. I became racist.
Were you contributing or are you fighting against?
No, I mean you ultimately become racist no matter what.
You don't have a
Like
choice.
anyone who goes there becomes racist.
Yeah.
And it's just purely because you profile everyone. Because
You don't want to get robbed.
Because you don't want to get fucking robbed, and it literally could be any moment or any single person. So you're constantly checking people out and going, he
Total
looks cool.
fear.
And like the first thing that comes to mind is like, if it's a black guy, then you just like go, okay, he might rob me. Then you like go, oh, how's he dressed? Oh, he's dressed okay. Then it's probably going to be okay or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you see some people and you're like, oh, he's kind of pulling stuff out of the garbage can. And I hate to say it, but, it's not my fault. But the white people there aren't too poor. So when you see a white person, they're not really going to rob you. So you straight away become racist because you know this fact.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, white person, it's safe.
Yeah.
When you see a black person, you're like, oh, it could be
50-50.
you don't know. The middle class isn't so strong there. They got a lot of ghettos. So yeah, and I think everyone becomes racist because you become racist towards white people as well.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck these white people, they're fucking shit. Like, they're just ignoring the issue here, this blatant issue. I remember being at a party there, and I had a few too many drinks, and it was like one of those like frat parties, I guess, for a South African college. And there's all these white people there, all wealthy, well-educated, just normal people, as you meet everywhere, but we're in this gated community in this, this house with a security fence that's, 5 meters tall. But so we're inside there, and I'm talking to these like two really tall South African dudes. They're white guys, and they play basketball, and we studied in in England for a bit, and we've been here, and we got a scholarship, and I'm like, you born here? He's like, yeah. And you grew up here? Yeah. Okay. And you still live here? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm like, and how do you do that? And they're like, what? I'm like, how do you live here? How do you go day by day when you like, as soon as you leave your house, basically everyone's gonna rob you, because you're a white guy that has money. So, and they fucking hate you. Like, I'm a white guy with no money, and they hated me. I think they hated that. They hated that even more.
Imagine.
You've got no money? What the fuck?
They rob you and they give you $1. Like, hey mate, just
They give me some change.
Yeah, let me
You get robbed and get change.
It's like, keep this so the next time I rob you, I have something to take.
God damn it! The only thing I had was my life. Not very valuable to them. So it was a worrying kind of time, but I asked these dudes, and they got really kind of offended.
Really?
They're like, oh, we just like drive our cars and we we're safe and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but don't you want to fucking change this place before you like go abroad and do other things? Like, I would be fucking furious if that was the state of my country and be like, and then people start going, calm down, Sean.
He's drunk and
You've had it.
belligerent.
Yeah. I'm like, no, this is bullshit. There's like one black chick here. There was seriously like one token black girl. And I was like, this is like talking to my girlfriend at the time. I was just like, can't you see this is fucked up? She's like, yeah, but you can't fucking make a scene. And I'm like, yeah, so
Don't make a scene, Shawnee. Don't make a scene.
I'm trying to fit in. It really frustrated me. But yeah, they didn't really have an answer, and I didn't make too many friends when because I couldn't ignore it.
When the night was
It always
over.
came up in conversation when you were there. It's like someone's like, it's so lovely here, the weather, and I'm like,
And you're like, "Meh."
yeah, but what about the whole poverty thing?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh god, here we go.
They just don't want to talk about it.
Oh, Debbie Downer.
Just get
over
with
here.
the other white people, Sean, and ignore it.
Oh man.
But then
You just be normal and sweep it under the rug, Sean.
yeah, and I hate it because people also said, you're Australian, and you have the same thing with the Aboriginal people. Like you took their land, and we have a lot of problems with Aboriginal. I don't know, indigenous problems, whatever. With alcohol and drugs and broken homes or whatever.
It's a lot of alcohol.
There's a lot of alcohol. Brody actually has experienced that firsthand.
Alcohol?
Alcohol, yes.
Oh yeah, definitely living in
Experiencing it firsthand
because
right
it was,
in this moment.
They'd never had alcohol at all in their, I think the 60,000 years. Like it was never. Never.
You mean Diabos? Is that is that
You can't
offensive?
say that.
You can't say that?
No.
It sounds cool though.
I don't know, but,
Australians shorten everything, but that's something that you can't.
but Lambert's black, so I think you
Yeah.
can say it.
Diablos.
It kind of cancels it out.
I don't know. I've never really thought this deep into.
I don't know. I've never had a black guy say aber before. Need to go to the rule book.
We need that language expert now. It's like,
Yeah.
see, it's offensive, but Lambert's black. Is that okay? But he's from Canada. Like, we don't know. Can we get like a ruling on this?
Shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to research this further. No, but like they never developed any form of alcohol. So when the first settlers came over and brought alcohol, they never. I think they like something to do with genetics. Like it affects them in a lot harsher ways than
They get a hell of a hangover.
It's
yeah,
like fucking
it doesn't take a
heroin
lot
to
of
them.
it doesn't take a lot, and it's very addictive for them.
I see.
Like it's addictive for people that have like European or wherever there's been like alcohol developed and refined, but they'd never experienced it for
Maybe I'm
60,000
part
years,
Aboriginal.
and then suddenly
Because fuck me, my hangovers, man. I can't do it anymore.
that's old age, you know.
I don't know if that's old
Yeah.
age. I was pretty dreadful. I was pretty useful. Maybe when I was not drinking alcohol. And then,
Did you get drunk this weekend?
No. I'm more of a take it easy kind of guy, you know?
I had a few
Sit
bottles.
back, relax, enjoy the show kind of guy.
I had a few bottles of wine in Paris, but I was with a bunch of like 20-year-olds and 21-year-olds, and then you realize
And
the difference.
1-year-old. Sorry, there's a joke there.
Then you realize the
pedophile
difference
joke.
in age, where you get a hangover and they don't, and they're ready to go drinking again, and then you're just like, fuck me.
They're going like breakfast bottles of wine.
Exactly.
whatnot.
And you're just like, hell no.
Oh god.
I need like a
I need
tea
a
or a
fucking
coffee
smoothie.
or something.
I need a green tea latte smoothie,
Yeah.
frappuccino.
Double. Make it a double.
Make it a double.
Did you
Alright.
have good wine
Sounds
in
like a
Paris?
drink.
Did you have some good wine?
Mate, no. I just went for the cheapest thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we were talking about this earlier. You say that the cheapest wine you get at Penny is one of your favorites.
Yeah.
The cheapest wine that I buy here from Reva is €2 a bottle, and I swear it is absolutely fucking delicious.
Oh yeah, okay. Mine's $2.49.
Absolutely.
And it's from Australia too. How they can manage to sell a €2 bottle of wine that's come all the way from the other
But wait.
side of the globe.
Did you try it before you knew it was Australian?
I went through a phase where I was just trying all different bottles of wine from Reva when I first moved to where I live now.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a Reva near me before. And I was just like, well, they got a pretty big wine selection. So I just went through and bought a whole heap of different bottles and ended up being this €2 bottle of Australian wine. It's like, it's fucking great.
Was that the one you brought to the party? The Christmas party? Was it the Christmas party? Whatever party where I drank all your wine.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the one where you drank all my wine.
I owe you. I still owe you. Why
That was
why
the
did I
same
remind
one.
him? Fuck. Fuck.
Lambo just grabs my entire bottle. Like, Lambo, you got to settle down. That's the only one I've got. You're like,
What can you say? Lambert's a sucker for that cheap wine.
cheap wine out of
I find if
Three
you,
Egg Grove.
I feel like if you're drinking the cheap wine out of a nice glass, it makes a hell of a difference.
Oh yeah, it's eccentric.
You know, if you're drinking the cheap wine out of the cask,
Yeah.
that's goon, baby. And we all know where that road takes us.
Yeah. Goon of Fortune.
Goon of doom. Goon on a stick.
Goon football.
Yeah, for those of you, do you know what a goon sack is?
No.
Like a cask of wine, and it's
Boxed
inside
wine.
the boxed wine. They
Oh,
have
okay. Okay.
The
that
sack
little,
that's
the
inside.
sack, the inflatable. Yeah, once you take the cardboard away, it becomes a goon sack. And
Who comes up with these names? A goon sack.
Goon.
was it the brand or I don't know?
No, it says Fruity Lexia.
Yeah, Fruit Alexia is the main one.
Fruity Lexia makes you
I see.
sexier.
Fruity. Is it Fruity Lexia?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was Fruit
Because-
Alexia.
I couldn't afford Fruity Lexia. I could only afford its cheaper cousin, Fruity Gordo.
Fruity
What was the
Gordo.
first drink you ever got drunk off?
I think it was beer and red wine.
Let me think. I think vodka.
Bread wine.
I think vodka. Like I fucked
Vodka.
up and I thought like I could handle it. You know, it was one of
I'm
those
trying to
situations where like
remember
someone's like, "Yeah, man up, you pussy. Just take a shot or whatever." And then you're like, "I can take 3 shots. Good. And then you, like it hits you in the back of the throat and you're like, "Oh, that's horrible, but I can't be a bitch." So you just down the other ones. And then before you know it, it's like 20 minutes later and all that hard alcohol kicks in and then you're like,
Boom.
"Fuck."
How old were you?
I want to say like 12.
Oh shit, that's young.
I was pretty young.
What about you, Brody? How old were you?
I was actually probably younger. I think I might have been like 11 or something. And I was at my Nana and Papa's place, and it started out earlier in the day. I think we're having like dinner, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, can I have a beer?"
Yeah.
And like, "All right, we'll start. You know, you can have a beer." I think they gave me like a mid-strength or a light beer,
A midi.
a midi or a light, and then it just went. I had another one, and then. Well, I think that was probably, it was like 3 beers and a glass of wine, and I was like, on
It
the
was
floor.
at that
like,
moment.
And it was
Brody
fucking
knew.
game over.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Man, I can remember my first time, and I remember my first time.
Sean, you're amongst friends now.
It's a very sensitive memory of mine. Yeah, so my first drunken memory was I think I drank 3 beers, and I'm talking like small beers. So like 3 30 ml, like 3 of those. I think I had a vodka cruiser, which is like a fucking girly drink.
Drink, yeah.
So that brings me up to four drinks in total. And then I think I remember it might have been a New Year's Eve thing.
Yeah.
A party. I can't really remember. But anyway, it was a party nevertheless. And there was this older friend, one of my brother's friends, and she was smoking a cigarette outside. And she had a drink in her hand. And she was like, "I need to pee. Can you hold these, Shawnee?" And I'm like, 14 years old or something. And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll hold them for you, babe. Whatever." And I hold the cigarette and I hold the drink. And I'd never smoked before. And
You took it
yeah, she was gone for a while because it takes a while for a woman. You know how it is. And I'm sitting there and I'm contemplating. I'm like, should I just go for it and have a drag of the cigarette and see what that's like? I'm feeling kind of, a little bit buzzed, a little bit tipsy. And then I took a puff and I didn't know how to do it because no one had ever told me. And I just kind of coughed up my lungs. And then I was I was coughing so hard. I was like, oh my god, I need like a drink, and the drink was like completely clear. I thought it was just a glass of water. It happened to be straight vodka. So if we just have a recap there, went from hey, can you hold my drinks? I need a pee to oh yeah, I'll try a cigarette for the first time. Oh my god, this is awful. I'm gonna die. I need a drink of water. Vodka. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
God, why do you hate me so much? What have I done? And then I fucking vomited
Oh no.
to top it off. So
Oh, that is fucked up. Oh man.
and then she came back. She's like,
feel
"Where's
for
my
you.
fucking cigarette?" And I'm like just vomiting.
Leaves little shiny alone for 5 minutes.
Yeah, man.
Cigarettes
funny.
gone.
To be
he's
14
vomiting everywhere.
years old again. Ah, those were the days. Shit, man.
What did she expect though?
Yeah, why did she have a glass of straight vodka? That's what I want
That's
to know.
horrible.
Man, she would have
But
been
actually-
like 16, 17 or something.
Oh,
You know
wow.
them
Still though.
yeah, bitches are. What was that sound?
I think Brody forgot to put his
fine.
phone on.
Is that your phone, Bree?
You know.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a weird sound. Especially when I'm wearing headphones.
Yeah.
And it's
Of
like-
all sounds to make your notification.
Doo-doo.
Brody makes the worst notification sounds.
That's the default one.
Actually? Wow.
I don't
What's
know.
up?
It's my stepbrother's phone.
Hey Brody, it's your phone now.
Oh yeah.
He got rid
I
of
didn't
the
just
phone.
steal it from him. Yeah, whatever.
He
He
Brody
doesn't need a
forgets.
phone.
Brody's moving on up in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
Brody will come to your
Upgrading
house
his phone.
and
He's got a
borrow
phone
your
with
phone. And forget
You
that.
mean my phone?
Yeah. Speaking of phones, what's the big deal?
What's the big deal, man?
All you need is like
All you need is...
I call you, you call me kind of.
No, because my roommate has that. And he gets one of
it's
these
fucking
dumb
annoying.
phones. But he's the only
Well,
person that I need to get.
It depends where you live. For example, here it makes no sense to have a dumb phone unless you want to like unplug from the world, but then you just wouldn't get a phone. But in some places it makes sense.
Yeah, some places, but we live in Berlin here.
Or if you're a drug dealer.
Or if you're a drug dealer, which he doesn't do, so I still don't understand.
Well, you
No, I
don't
mean-
know.
Yeah, a phone... I mean, essentially, you just need to message people.
Mm.
That's it. You
But I
don't even
have
need
to
to
buy
call people.
a special 100 SMS add-on pack to when I recharge my phone. I get the normal pack and then I have to put an SMS thing on there.
What the
Because he's
fuck?
the only person I
So,
have
Brody,
to SMS.
Oh, okay.
I have a
Your housemate.
suggestion. You say fuck him. or unless you need him more than he needs you, because then you're his bitch.
Oh man, I want to hear more stories about Brody's
If I need to
housemate.
message
Yeah.
him, I can't do WhatsApp or anything.
But why do you have to message him?
So let's just inform the listeners here that the situation is Brody's housemate. He's kind of like
Almost
he's like a
hippie. He's like a
Kramer
almost
kind of
hippie.
character, you know.
He is very much Kramer.
He's very much Kramer. Everything seems to go right for him. He does nothing.
always seems to have money still.
Just always has money. He's never
I
employed.
told you he's a drug dealer. I see.
He's always doing laundry.
Always. That's why our washing machine's fucking broken.
Yeah, man.
He's doing bloody 3 loads a day.
Exactly. And it's,
He's an absolutely lovely person, but some things that he does, I don't know.
I met him. He seems
he's
like
an enigma.
just a hippie.
You know what you gotta do? You gotta follow him around, like stalking for like a day and a half.
I don't have to stalk him. He just lives in our house 7 days a week. I know where he is. He's at home because he doesn't have a job. He's at home watching movies or playing piano or playing the drums or hanging out with his best friend who he got an apartment directly opposite ours, so he has to walk all of 2 steps to get to his best friend's place, and or hanging out with his girlfriend. That's his entire life, and he gets paid for this somehow.
Interesting.
Interesting.
He's on Heartsphere or the Dole for.
He's on the welfare.
He's on the welfare, But he's been on that the entire
Forever.
time that I've lived there. So nearly 2 years now.
When I was first learning German, before I'd given up, and decided I was pro-life, I choose life. So
Yeah, that beaten
it was
out of you.
either learn German and end up killing myself, committing suicide, or I just quit it and just let it just happen naturally. And
How'd that work out?
yeah, it's going great so far. I'm much healthier. But what I was going to say was there was a Syrian refugee in my Deutsch course, and he used to always, like, he didn't know any English, or only knew a few words, but we used to communicate through this like shitty German that we'd learnt in class, and he'd be like, I'm like, oh, what are you doing after class? And he's like, job center, and then he's like going like this with his hands, like, I'm gonna get money. job center. I didn't mean it in the
Was
way
it
of
a
like,
joke or was he actually legit?
no,
Either way, I think it's funny.
no, he was a refugee. He didn't have anything, man. So he's like, I have to go to the job center and wait in the line.
Yeah, he's just motivated to.
Yeah, but he was just a upbeat, happy kind of guy.
I reckon that's the best attitude you can have as a refugee, right?
They were fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Those Syrian dudes were so funny. He'd be like,
Really friendly too.
yeah, they were talking about like ISIS and stuff, and this is all in broken German, and they'd just be like doing a lot of hand gestures and whatever. I'm like, have you seen ISIS? Like, and they're like, ISIS, yeah, fucking, la 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 la, like shooting in the air. They're like, yeah, and they're laughing about it. They all think they're fucking stupid, man. It's hilarious. But then both of the guys there had been shot.
Damn.
And the other dude that was Syrian, his house got like bombed.
That's fucked
I
up.
was like, oh, when was the day that you decided to move to Germany or like to
My house
leave?
got
And he's like, well, it was when I went to school. When I got back from school, my house was blown up. So I was like, well, I gotta leave, I guess.
I guess it's
It's
my
time.
cue to leave.
That's the sign I've been waiting for.
It's like God is telling me something, and it's get the fuck out of here.
Man, they were funny dudes. So like they all had a sense of humor, and
That's good.
yeah, I got along with them really
Yeah, that's
well.
pretty
I hope they're doing good.
Probably.
I think they all
Probably
like their families and stuff get displaced. Like
Oh, that
when the
sucks.
refugee crisis happened, there was like a lot of families would just get
scattered.
like they'd go in through Munich, and then they would just distribute them to other little cities and big cities and
okay,
stuff.
yeah.
And then from there, people would stay in their camps, or they could leave whenever they wanted.
Yeah.
But then they wouldn't have support from the government.
Ah, okay.
So
So,
that
you're
was-
kind of trapped in the camp, kind of thing.
Well, if you're in the
In order
camp,
to
then
get
you get
support.
the support.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
otherwise, if you go alone, then it's like
It's up
the
to you.
government can't
Yeah.
help you because they can't do that for every individual case.
Yeah.
It's just too hectic. So
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
basically, a lot of people would stay in wherever they got placed for a while until their families would get over and come over in separate boats and stuff, and then they would get placed in a city, and then they'd write to each other and then be like, oh yeah, I'm moving now because my family are in Dusseldorf
okay.
or
So then
whatever.
they meet up with their family
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. We go from
Like
there.
they're all just trying to meet up with their families.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, there was a lot of refugees, but
Crazy.
there's not so many these days.
Yeah, I reckon.
Not in the media anyway.
Yeah, they've moved on to Donald Trump's shenanigans.
Yeah, this whole thing with North Korea.
Yeah, he's like, apparently, I
We
don't
met
know.
up with King Jong-un.
Yeah.
And
Have you seen that dude? Like when he goes places, he's in his limo and he has like all of his bodyguards outside running along the limo.
really?
Yeah, it's
Can we
funny.
get in? No.
It's like, no, I need your protection,
Dude,
Wow.
dude, did you see he for the summit in Vietnam with Trump, he caught a train to Vietnam.
Seriously.
And it took like
Get the fuck outta here.
5 days or something. And that's because his private, airplane,
Yeah.
has been broken and they don't have the parts to fix it in North Korea, and they don't want to ask China again to borrow their plane, so they took a fucking train.
5 days.
And it took 5 days.
Oh my god.
How fucking awesome is that? But I think Trump might break him, man. I think Trump's...
You think so?
I think they're very similar people. They're like very insecure and want power, and they're like, "Grr." And then Trump comes in and is like, "Hey, I'm your friend, man, so cool." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, hey, Trump thinks I'm cool, man. That's pretty cool." You can picture him being like really nerdy and Trump being like, "Yeah, you're a really cool guy. I bet you're a cool guy. You know, you're much cooler than those South Koreans." He's like, "Stop it." No, and you're much more handsome. You know, you're real strong looking. You know,
Got that great haircut.
yeah, that's a great haircut. I got to get that guy's number. You give me his number, okay? And I'll give you my guy's number when you lose your hair.
Yeah.
I got the perfect toupee for you.
Yeah. What the hell's going on with that hair?
Yeah, it changed color as well. Apparently,
Oh man.
that was another
Don't
thing.
all U.S. presidents their hair changes? There's like a whole thing about it's
Yeah.
this pictures of the president at the start of their term, and it's like pictures
Yeah,
2
when they
years later,
look
and
like
it's
they-
every single one of them goes from like maybe having a few grays or something
like
to like
all gray.
real gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, they age like
Significantly.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, Obama's black cracked. It
Sure,
fucking
Obama actually turned white by the end of his term.
By the end of his term, all the black left him. It was like, yeah, I'm out of here. Fuck this shit. You can tell Trump doesn't do
He
much
looked like E.T.
because he still looks the same. He literally goes in at work. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna go play some golf. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gonna
Can someone do
eat some
something around
KFC.
here?
yeah.
Then I'm gonna drink some Diet Coke or whatever he drinks.
It's like I'll be back tomorrow when this shit like resolves itself.
There is a lot of shit to resolve. There is a massive investigation going on now.
No, I
Yeah,
he
man.
just doesn't
I
give a
don't know.
fuck.
Every day.
And
something.
there's an election next year as well.
Is it?
It's like already crept
Oh,
up.
2020. Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Time
I mean,
flies.
it's still like a year and a half away.
Yeah, but still. Goddamn.
You know, that
What's
would be
gonna
interesting.
be crazy is like if he gets the wall, more or less,
The wall. All in all, you're just another
or if he
prick
gets
in
like
the wall.
some semblance of a wall, like people will probably vote for this guy, which is fucked up. But anyways, that's the kind of world we live in. Brexit, Trumpsit. I saw a bunch of Frexit in France, which is a bit weird.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
France
Frexit.
exit.
Like posters everywhere, like Frexit.
Frexit. That's not going to catch
mean,
on.
the
It's
rest-
Russian plants, I think.
I don't know. I don't care.
They seem to have a finger in every pie here, and it's like Brexit financed by Russia, Trump financed by Russia. Russia's just sitting there like, we're fucking up all these cunts.
We don't have any money.
yeah. But
What are
we
you talking about?
what? We didn't do that, did we? Oh yeah, maybe we did.
What you talking about, fool? I think we got the time is up.
Oh, we
Yeah.
are wrapping it up. Giving
we're
This-
Brexiting this
yeah.
We're Brexiting this
this
episode.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're pegs it.
All right. Until next time. Laters.
Cheers.